Welcome to the Limeburn Arena. This is more than a competition, it's a celebration of skill, a celebration of craftsmanship, a celebration of ancient finishes that continue to inspire us today, from polished plaster and marmorino to Venetian plaster and every technique in between. This is where talent steps into the spotlight and craftsmanship takes center stage. The Limeburn Arena is where artisans and manufacturers come together, not as rivals, but as a community, united by passion, creativity, and respect for the craft. But make no mistake, when that bell rings, it's time to perform. It's time to showcase your technique, your vision, your dedication, because only those with true commitment to the craft will rise to the challenge. So start preparing now. Sharpen your trowels and sharpen your skills, because you're not stepping into just another event. You're stepping into the Limeburn history. We're aiming for March of next year, and trust me, you won't want to miss what we're building. This is more than a competition. This is a movement. This is a legacy being forged before your eyes. So welcome to the Limeburn Arena. And as always, stay Limeburned. All right, guys, I just wanted to introduce everybody real quick, because I started talking and I forgot to do that. That's kind of rude of me. But I'm gonna start over here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm Corey Schnitzler. I'm a professional artist and muralist, and I work alongside Tim Jordan with California Wall Was That.
Felix.
Felix, yeah. I work with Corby en Onyx Plastering. So, trabajamos juntos con él.
Sí.
So he works with Scarpa, and he also works for himself as well. That's Felix.
Yeah.
And as you guys know, Corbin
I'm Corby with Scarpa, but I would be nowhere without Felix from Onyx. Felix I've known Felix 12, how many years?
11.
11? Wow. Yeah. He's recently got his license, gone off on his own. Amazing artist.
Heck yeah.
I'm Mudman Dan, and above and beyond luxury finishes, so up and coming.
Mudman Dan.
And I'm Tim Jordan, owner of California Wall Design, Los Angeles base. We do the best.
Oh,
Bringing it early.
yeah, like it.
Hey everybody, I'm Rafael, mad artist, owner of RMA Wall Designs. I'm a professional applicator.
So we're all together right now. We're just discussing a few things, about the Limeburn Arena, which is cool.
You're gonna see a lot of people calling each other out.
Yeah?
Yeah, because men, in our nature, we're competitive,
Right, of course, yeah.
Any man, I could say that for every single man.
Right.
And I think that will do, it's gonna do big, bro. It's gonna go. It's gonna see a lot of artisans get involved in it.
Yeah, no, that's for sure, man. This event is for men and women, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if women got beef,
women too,
they
women
can
too,
have that too, But really, at the end of the day, really what we're trying to do is bring everybody together. You know what I'm saying?
Some camaraderie.
Yeah, camaraderie. There you go. There's competition. We're gonna have
We're all
that.
competitive. We're all competitors.
Yeah, and some of us might not like each other. I can't stand that guy. Look at him. Look at the way he's doing that. Look at the way he's trolling that.
Look at the way he's holding his trowel.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
But at the end of the day, really, what the Limeburn Arena is gonna do, and that's what we're hoping and shooting for, that it brings us together as artisans. Look we work every day.
Yes.
We stress every day. Attitude, this, that, guys don't show up. I mean, there's always something stressful going on, bro. Always. It's a go industry. And it's so hard because the work that we do, it requires a lot. Corby, it requires a lot of dedication, a lot of it takes a lot from you.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is build something that we can go and just
Have some fun.
have fun, man.
Not
let
worry about
loose.
deadlines. Not worry about. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just everybody gets a little bit of competition it's healthy for us too, man. Right? It's good for us.
What I initially thought, and what I thought was really interesting, was I was kind of picturing an old school hip hop rap battle, or a convening battle between artists, just in the way it's laid out with 2 versus 1, and then at the end it's kind of a celebration of showcasing both pieces of art,
Right.
and sort of not a winner or loser, but
Right.
speaks to the audience better.
Yeah. So you got the right idea on what we're thinking about. The area that right now we're gonna get a contract to get. It's like a pit, and on the top of it is sitting areas, and the bottom is all concrete. We're thinking about filling it all up with sand and making a coliseum kind of arena,
Oh, that's
and filling it up with fire torches
With a ring of
everywhere,
fire
bro.
around.
Yeah, and
Make it
then
like-
putting a bunch of walls, setting up. Maybe I'm trying to get for the first event, hopefully about 10 artisans. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping for. We can get a little more, that would be cool. But right now, since it's the first event, we're gonna try to start. We're gonna try to get it going so that we can probably hopefully do this often.
Gladiator style.
Gladiator style.
Roman gladiator
That's gonna
style.
be
Got the
tight.
horns blowing and
Yeah. So so just to kind of give you guys a picture of what we're thinking, right? And then have a 2-day event, not just a 1-day event. It's going to be a 2-day event, so that it's what we do. It's you can't just do it in a couple hours, right? It takes time, and so we're thinking about doing finishes that we can do in 1 day. Like 1 day, 1 finish, the next day, 1 finish. So finishes that, not finishes that are intricate that you gotta sit there and put 9 different colors and wax and sealer and nothing like that. That's gonna require 4 days to do, right? Obviously it wouldn't make sense to do an event for 2 days and do something so complicated. Really this is about, like I said, and I'll repeat myself again, is it's about commodity and community and getting together, having fun, but at the same time also displaying skills, displaying skills, but having fun in the midst of it,
Oh, you're referring to what I said about
Right.
winner and loser.
About winner and loser.
There is no loser in it.
Right.
I don't want there to be a loser.
Right. There's not gonna be a loser, but there will be like the tournament champion. There has to be a tournament champion,
Right,
bro.
right.
And so if there's a tournament champion, I mean everyone else is not the champions, right? But even though
If you're not first, you're last.
well, I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm joking.
whoever
I'm
competes, bro, if you come to the arena, you already are a gladiator.
Yeah.
You already are a straight up gladiator. Why? Because you had the courage to step into the arena. That's one. 2, if you have the courage to step into something like that on camera in front of all of your peers, it's because you know what you're doing. You already are a gladiator, bro. You don't need an award. You already know you got what you got.
Right.
So
You're a real artisan.
yeah, you're the real deal, right? And even if you're not, so what? You're invited. Anyone who wants to come to this, obviously we're gonna have to, figure out a way how we're gonna have applicators apply for the actual, arena. That's something that I haven't figured that part out yet, but we have figured out like the actual arena itself for the most part on how, like I was telling you, you're doing. And like I said, we have some ideas that we're throwing around right now, but I wanted to invite you guys here to kind of get some feedback on it and to see what you guys are feeling about it,
we're talking about judging. You got the first day judging, you got freestyle the second day.
Right. So yeah. So that's one thing too that me and Corby were actually discussing as well is like on the first day, maybe whoever's going to sponsor the event, that we got some really good sponsors that are mayoted, that they're really excited about it too with us, so which is nice, to know that. But if they do sponsor, what we're thinking is like, let's say if they give us samples, right? And so if they give us samples, they give us the materials to match the sample. So if they give us 5 samples and there's 3 designers who are going to be judges, they get to not pick the sample board, but they get to do like let's say like a digital rendering on whatever it is that they're looking for, an idea, what they want. And then the artisan has to create the finish. So either it could be something that's very controlled with the control sample, or it could be something that's a freestyle kind of thing. You see what I'm saying?
What if it was a roll of the dice? You got to roll that wheel. and
That's
spin
another
the
thing
wheel.
too. We thought about ideas of that too. Yeah, I love that idea. Actually, Corby came up with an
what
idea.
I thought of. You have a theme, and say it's Miodet providing the products. They have their row of plasters, waxes,
Which is a great
glazes.
idea, guys.
The theme is this, and the artisan gets a certain amount of time to choose which product
30
they want to
seconds.
use. Grab what they can, and they're stuck with that. If they forgot something, I forgot the wax.
Unless the
then
other
they
artisan
gotta-
wants to let you borrow it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you got to create something with whatever you get. And the judges for that will be the artisans at home. That won't be judged by designers. It would be by the artisans at home. That way we include and we get other people that are watching engaged in whatever it is going on. Another thing that we were thinking about too is like, let's say if someone else was sponsoring, maybe 3 different products were being sponsored, and we were thinking about throwing like blankets over the buckets.
Yeah.
And that way no one knows what they're gonna pick.
Rando pick.
Yeah, and then
Open
you
the
pick,
box and this is
boom,
what
that's
you
what you
got.
got. Better do something with it.
You better hope you
Yeah, just a bucket till you touch it,
There you
kid.
go. That's right.
Yeah, so so right now these are the ideas that we have for the Lime Burn Arena to make it fun, to make it engaging.
And we're just still bouncing those ideas around.
Yeah.
What about like you have the belt, you know, but now you have the golden trowel that you get to hold that.
Oh, you mean like an award?
The next
Yeah,
event.
is there like a
Yeah, I like that idea. That's a
golden
really
trowel.
cool.
Yeah,
I love that. Heck
a trowel,
bro.
golden trowel or something. That'd be
Yeah.
sick, bro.
You want to go back to next year? You're like, I defend my
sick,
title.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love it.
Title belt.
I love that idea, dude.
dude.
Yeah. I said this is about, again, I'm going to say it again. It's about community. It's about manufacturers coming together with artisans and just having fun. You know what I mean? Having fun. We're all competition. Even the vendors and, you know, manufacturers, there's competition, but there's no reason why we can't all, you know, play well together and have fun, you know? And like I was saying earlier, I'm not gonna say we're all stressed out, but what we do is very stressful. It really is, man. Especially when you're doing work in high-end homes and
Dealing with high-end.
yeah, dude, it's very stressful. So us getting together once a year to do something like this, to release some stress and laugh at each other and have fun and blah, you know what I'm saying? And have something to look forward to, you know? So it's about 9 months away from here, so it's a baby, so it should be born by then, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna work out all the details on how we're gonna do it. And God's gonna provide everything that we're gonna need. I know that. He's already doing it, bro. So we're gonna have some fun, man. So I thought we can talk about that, you know? And I don't know if you guys want to talk about it some more. You guys,
Couple ideas. When it gets to the part of like friendly competition, you had two people if like called each other out, they wanted to battle or something, and it was advancing to the next round or level. The company's Lime Burn, like if one person beat the other person, they could say like they burned the other person to level up. So you could like use that as some jargon, right? Doing there. And then I was also thinking it could be cool if you had some sort of like round of maybe like a time trial where you gave two people like the large panel, and then it'd have to still be neat and orderly, but if there was some sort of like race for who could complete like the base coat the fastest.
right? Yeah. I like that. I like that idea. Yeah,
Just
for sure.
other smaller challenges like encompassed within
Yeah.
the whole thing. So
Definitely.
not everything's like the whole 2-day shebang.
Right, of course. Yeah. No, that's a great idea. I've thought about that too, like time challenges. Yeah, no, for sure. And that's something that we know a lot about. So that's definitely something that we can incorporate for sure, bro. The time challenges. If we do this, it has to be where it's not about like smashing each other out. You know what I mean?
It is.
But it is. No, I mean, it's not though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look we can all get together and have like friendly competition. You know what I'm saying? We have to create ways where we could do that without.
Everybody keeps going back to that part about the competition.
Right, of course, about the animosity or the drama or right.
some tension.
You got beef. There's tension between applicators out there. You know, this guy said this about him, and this guy said this about him, and my work is better than his.
The only
But
thing that made sense to me was like you have free.
yes,
Yeah, pre-fine, base coat,
Yeah.
you're ready for your finish.
Yeah. I'm glad he said that. Let's say you're competing, and everyone here is competing. When you're done with your first day trial, you'll prime your own wall for the following day. Get it? So on that same day when we're done, before you get off the wall to go hang out with everybody, you got to prime your own wall so that the next day, take pictures of your wall with your wall, whatever. Boom, take pictures and then prime it. So the following day, it's ready to go. And so really, I think primer would probably be like our first step. That way, the base coat, everything else. And like I said, we're gonna make it fair where you can get down with the finish in one day. We all do
Have it all
finishes that we
set
can
up
do in
with
one day.
primer.
All of us do, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Throw the blower on it real quick.
Yeah, the walls will all be set up with primer. All of the walls will be set up with primer before we even get started. I make sure that when we build the walls.
Turbo fans.
Yeah, that too. But it's gonna be on the exterior. It's gonna be in like during March. That's what we're aiming for is March. So the weather is gonna be nice.
Trials. I know me, I have special trials that I use.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have like a certain amount of trials right there, you can see where their real skills are at. They grab a trial, see if they can use that trial to do the finishes that.
Right. Right.
It's like everyone competing has to use the same tools.
Yeah, basically, you don't have that tool that you use all the time that you're good with. You gotta pull out your real skills.
Hey, my son Angel from Colorado, and Aaron, my other son, were telling me about it because they've known about it for a long time too. They were telling me, hey, Dad, what you should do is whenever the artisan's starting, when they're plastering, someone just walks up and takes their tools and gives them something else.
Yeah.
Man, that was cool.
Just give them something else. house. And I'm like, what? That would be messed up. Like, yeah, that's why you do it.
That's the homeowner walks in.
Yeah, yeah. The homework takes it. It gives you,
that's the wrong
something
color.
complete. Yeah. But not a trowel that's gonna damage your finish, obviously.
No,
Something
for
that's
real.
nice and sanded down where it's gonna, but something that completely different from what you're using.
Yeah.
You know?
What you're used to.
A big old putty knife, 10-inch putty knife. Like, what's this,
Well, like you were saying, the non-marring ones.
Yeah.
Like nobody gets those. Like you have to use a regular trowel, and then when you go to burnish, is it gonna leave any black marks?
How are you gonna burnish?
Right. I can burnish it. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm
Burnish it
saying.
with a spoon, bro.
With a rag.
It's some way you got like some curveballs in there. Like say, you get to a round where you get to choose your finish and like, he chooses, I want to do, this high polished wall. And then someone else wants to do something like low moving. And then last minute you say, okay, that's great. You guys switch.
Yeah.
Like you're all teed up.
Right.
Cool. You're going to throw down on and then you got to make
Yeah.
a decision and just do the polar opposite, but you're still competing, but doing your opponent.
Right. Your
finish.
report. Yeah, it's crazy. So many different things that we can do to make it fun, make it engaging, And like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about the winner. Even though that, there's gonna be I want to call it like a People's Choice Award or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Where everyone that's watching online could actually vote whatever artisan was there. Yeah, and so like a 2-day event, and like I was telling you guys earlier, obviously we want the artisans who are gonna compete to be able to have some kind of money, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're traveling there, there's gonna be expenses that are gonna be made. So obviously we want all the artisans to get some kind of award, reward for even participating. So the event won't be a free event. I wish we could do it for free, but it won't be a free event. But it's not gonna be very $10 or whatever to watch it for the 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So that way, everybody who's gonna be watching it online could enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And be a part.
What if the vendors were down with also like when you win something, like you get to YZ's tool set?
Yeah,
They
that's something
provide
that
some of that.
Yeah.
the manufacturers
We'd have to work out with.
the sponsors.
You
To have them sponsor something.
That's something that away with like, hey, I got a really cool custom tool set.
Right.
That's what I wanted.
Right.
And whatever sponsors are going to be, involved in it, what I want to do is have like a table set up for them with their product and talk about their product and maybe even showcase their product or even do a sample with their product. You know what I mean? Like during their, there's an intermission or something, we can use that time to speak about the sponsors that are involved, with their products, and
There's a lot of intermission.
a lot of intermissions. Oh yeah, we'll have some intermissions for sure. And when we do, we'll talk about the sponsors.
Later on, you're gonna have clients hitting up the lime burn. What is it called? The lime burn arena.
Yeah, lime burn arena.
You're gonna have clients hitting them up. Hey, I want the best one at the lime burn arena to come through my house. So later on, you're gonna get like sponsors like.
Obviously, the more chances there is for whoever is going to be a part. I don't want to say, because it is a competition, but whoever's going to be a part of the arena,
Well, it's a great platform for everyone.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Platform for you. It's a platform for all the brands.
Right.
It's a platform for all artists.
Exactly. And
It's also a
designers.
Platform and designers. Yeah. Platform for people that are learning or just are interested in it. So
Right.
and engage. So
Yeah.
everyone wins from it.
Everybody does, bro.
It's a win-win, yeah.
And it's entertainment.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's the coolest part about it, bro. That's what I'm excited about, bro.
And you're having fun doing what you
Yeah,
love.
heck yeah, man. All of us getting together like that, dude. And even if the people who can't be there in person could be, maybe even like call in, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We could set something like that up
Online
too. Yeah,
party
like a
like
Zoom,
that.
a Zoom
Special
thing.
guest.
Yeah, special guest on Zoom, whatever. You know what I mean? If not everybody can make it. So many different ideas that we can come up with to make it better. But that's what we got right now so far, and wanted to share with you guys. Wanted to share with everybody.
Big
you know?
hit, bro. It's gonna be a big hit.
Yeah, that's good. But let me tell you, Corby, I've been holding it for so long, dude.
Let the world know.
Yeah, when I first told Corby about it, I didn't tell him the whole thing. Corby's known about it for, how long have you known about it now? Like 4 months now?
It's like
Since January, right?
Plaster Gladiator School, bro.
Yeah,
You say it,
dude.
bro. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah. When I first called you, I
Real
told him
master
I was going to tell him a
applicators.
secret, but I couldn't tell him yet. And he's like, tell me now. I was like, I can't tell you yet. And so when I called him, I told him, okay, I got to tell you now. I couldn't hold it in anymore.
You did come.
Yeah. I don't know if you're religious or anything. I'm not religious, bro. I believe in God. I'm not religious. I'm really not religious. I believe in God, bro. over the years, I've developed a very good relationship with God. I think the last couple years have gotten a lot better for me.
Great.
And the last couple years, my life really took a turn of event for me, like big time. And it all started off about 5-6 years ago. I came up with these ideas. I don't know why. First, I thought about getting a studio. Now I was just hard-headed about it, you know? And I even got digital rendering done. And so when I did, and I got the studio and I got it all done, and at the time I wasn't really thinking, I was just tunnel vision. I just wanted the studio. I got the studio, I got it done. And then as soon as I got it done, I'm like, whoa, wait, what did I just do,
Now
man?
what?
Now what, you know? So now I gotta keep working, and I'm like, man, that's cool. You know, I wanna work, you know, that's how we make our money. That's how we make a living. But then I started thinking, man, what am I gonna do with the studio? What am I gonna do with this? And I was laying in bed around 4 a.m. and I was praying, and I was asking God to give me some ideas. But during that process, I was studying social media. I studied social media for like about 2 years. I was on it, but I wasn't on it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I wasn't on it to scroll, to just waste time. I was on it studying it. And I was studying not everything else, what people are eating, what people are watching. I was studying our industry, what it was doing. And quite frankly, I didn't like it. I didn't start this to try to change what's going on, because who am I to do that, right? But I came up with the idea of lime burn, and I think I don't know if you watched some of the videos, but the lime burn concept is anybody who's been touched by the lime has essentially been lime burned. Whether you're a designer, a contractor, even, but man, Dan is lime burned. Everybody is lime burned. Everybody who's in our industry is lime burned. Whether you want to admit it or not, just because this is, you know, the name of what we got going on is lime burn, it has more feel to it. And just the name itself speaks for itself, you know? And so with that idea, that came out, more ideas started flooding to me about what we were gonna do, how I was gonna do it. And that's when I told you I was studying social media. The social media scene to me was one of the things where I caught a lot of stuff that was fake on social media. There's a lot of guys out there that are doing fake stuff, you know? They're burnishing things that have been dried for 9 months. They're pretending that, you know, these photographs that are from AI, that it's a finish that they just did. They're using AI enhancement on their, you know, there's a lot of stuff that,
fake shit up.
yeah, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot of that. And not that I'm gonna come in and correct everything. No, it's not about that. It's just, I thought that the industry needed something a little bit more refreshing, something that was different, something that was not gonna be holding back anything to make money from it. Even though obviously we all need to make money, right? I make money, we all make money, we all work, right? But lime burn is really not about that, dude. It's about, you know, and I know it's kind of hard to believe, right? Because who doesn't want to make money? We all want to make money. What we're gonna do is we're gonna continue to be.
I like the camaraderie.
Nice. Yeah.
Like you're bringing everybody together.
Right.
You got.
Yeah.
Because I've been in the drywall industry 38 years, and it's everywhere, and that it's cutthroat and it's evil. Like, and same with your industry, but you're way more artistic. But and plaster is coming back with a vengeance. Like, it's just like amazing.
Yeah.
And I like seeing that, and I want to be part of that. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I'm like,
You already are, guy. You already are.
I'm in awe. Like, I'm just sitting. I'm like, I'm in awe of all you guys.
Right on.
It's amazing.
This dude right here, you know what he did? He actually made a song. He's been holding it a secret for how long? How long have you known?
A long time too.
A long time, right?
You gonna play it?
I'm gonna play it for everybody. I want to get you guys' take on this. So I made some lyrics and he put it together and he made this song.
You were talking
And
hip-hop.
so check it out, guys. There.
That's lime burn, bro.
And it
That's
sounds,
it right
That's lime burn, bro. That's
heavy
fire.
bass sounds better.
What do you think, bro? Like, I see you over there. Your brain is ticking. What do you think? No?
I love it.
It's not your style? It's cool. What do you think, Tim?
You want real vocals.
Yeah, real.
I thought it went pretty hard, actually.
That's fire,
Yeah.
bro.
I like
Yeah.
the line, the
Imagine-
first line of that verse, like the Marmario on the wall.
I ain't gonna lie, I envision like the TV
Yeah.
and the whole lime burn arena popping up, and that song is like,
Yeah.
it's catchy, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
I picture the music video like Trials, like freaking dashing. And stuff.
Yeah.
People like that type of music, you know. Now, new generation nowadays, people like that rap and all
Right,
that nowadays. So it's gonna
And nobody's ever made music about our industry, bro. About
Yeah, that's
Marmarino,
fire.
Venetian
I
plaster,
ain't
none
gonna lie,
of that,
I'll
bro.
bump that, bro. You can't see whipping my F-150, bumping that down the street, bro.
I'm gonna send it to you, bro.
Yeah, for
I'll
real.
send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you guys. You do is we're gonna make a a little video of it, you know? So you guys like the song then? I think it's very fitting with what we're doing. I'll send it to you guys. You guys can play it in the car. Mudman Dan was responsible for that for us, so. And he kept it a secret for a long time for us, so thank you, Dan.
But I can still keep tweaking. So
Yeah, no, you're good. Leave it alone, bro. I like it. I like the way it is.
That was fire, bro. Don't touch it.
Was something about Cadillac.
Yeah.
See, dog, you hooked.
Nah, bro, that's fire.
Yeah.
Spreading material on a wall.
Yeah.
Process.
Yeah.
those were all real.
Yeah, that's
Tim's more into rock. That's why.
Yeah. Yes, man. Yeah, we came up with the idea, but it's for all of us. This is for all of us to share in it, for all of us to have fun with it, for all of us to be a part of it, you know?
Your idea is sick though, bro. Like back then when I was entered into this plaster thing, everybody was pushing a certain material. What
Yeah.
you're trying to push is the artiste, the person, you know, like the artist, bro. And that's big because not a lot of people recognize the artist behind that finish. They
Right.
just recognize the material. Like,
See, that's the key, bro.
oh, what material you use? Oh, Miote.
Right.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
But what about the artisan that did it? Right?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Obviously, the material is super important because, you know, without good material, you can't have like a really good finish, right? And without the materials, we wouldn't be artisans, right? So we have to recognize that. But the movement that we're trying to create, the conversations that we're trying to have is to value yourself. And the other day when I had this conversation with Jeremy and I was talking about pricing, and I think it got misunderstood what I was trying to say, you know, initially, and I'm glad everybody's here so I can kind of talk about that a little bit, is valuing ourselves to where we don't, obviously we're competition, we're going to, you know, sometimes underbid each other or whatever, because that's just, you know, the nature of the game. But as far as devaluing each other, you know, that's the main thing. And one of the ways that we do that is like what you just said. Really, at the end of the day, it's you. You're the one that did it. You know, it was your hand that made that wall look that way. It was your eyes that caught the imperfections on the wall to make it better. It was your hands that mixed the product, that made whatever you made and put it on your tools and applied it on the wall. So really, it's about the artisan, you know, and that's what Lime Burn is about, man. It's about, again, you know, it's about us getting together and hopefully, man, hopefully this becomes something bigger than what I can even handle. You know what I mean? Even or not, I don't like being on social media. I've stayed away from it for years. I never needed it. Never needed it. I told you guys today, I never got one job off of social media. To this day, I don't take work from social media. People hit me up on social media. My work, I get it from people that I know and designers, contractors, friends that help me out, you know, but I don't use social media for that. And I didn't want to go on social media. I actually kind of despised it, to be honest with you, when I was first looking at it, you know, from the confession that I made to you guys earlier about, I studied it for a long time before I decided to do what I did. And the reason why I studied it is because I wanted to see how to do it, you know, and it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. It's definitely working. So
You made an impact, I can say that.
yeah, it's cool, bro. Yeah, but in a good way, though.
In a good way, yeah.
And everything that we're doing, it's not about like me or Michelangelo's, you know what I'm saying?
Everything's about the artist. Every time I see
Yeah,
your
bro.
video, it's always about the artist.
Yeah, what they're doing, you know,
Yeah.
what they're up to. And like today we visited with Meote. It was a special visit for me, bro, because I've been using their product for a long time. You know, I use all products, right? Like I've said that before, but Meote is one of the products that we use a lot, you know? And today it was very nostalgic for me because this was my first time going into the studio or into their showroom, bro. It was my first time. And I've been using their product forever.